Hi guys, it's Lynn Smythe from the Creative Cottage. This is my second YouTube video. Um, Yesterday I did my first unboxing of a jewelry lot auction I won at shopgoodwill.com. Today I'm going to be doing some of my own fused glass pieces. They're all fused glass pendants on silver colored chains. I don't really make these anymore. This is, I guess, what you would consider new old stock. I made these about 10 years ago or so. And I'm just trying to destash some of my personal collection of beads and craft making supply and some of my finished pieces of jewelry. Anyhow, if you haven't already subscribed to my YouTube channel, please click the subscribe button, and that way you'll be notified anytime there's a new video. I'll have this information that you see on the sheet in the comment section underneath the video. I'll pin it to the top. Right now, since I'm relatively new to doing this online videos, jewelry unboxings, etc., I'm not really selling directly off of YouTube, but if you're interested, I'm leaving my email here. You can leave me a message and maybe we can negotiate price, and then I can invoice you via PayPal. So today's lot, like I said, I've got 20 pieces of fused glass. They're all pendants, and I should have kept these in order before starting. I know some videos when they're doing the unboxings, they just say, if you're interested in anything you see, just email me with a timestamp of the item. To me, that's a little confusing because I see some of these boxings have so many items. Like if you've got a 5 or 10 pound box of jewelry, that's a lot of items. So today I thought I would just do 20 pendants, and you can see I've put stickers on the bags for each of the pendants. And I've taken a picture of this before I started filming this video. That way, once I take the individual pendants out of the bags to show you, after I go back offline, I can put them all right in the right baggies. So I've got 3 different fused glass pendants. I've got these basic pendants, which are 2 to 3 layers of glass stacked together. Then I've got what I'm calling beads. They have a hole in the middle to put the chain through. And then I've got these puzzle pendants. And these 3 types of fused glass pendants all take varying amounts of time and skill to create them. The plain pendants are just, you cut up some glass, stack it together, and fuse it in the kiln. It takes 1 firing, and then you attach a pendant backing. The beads are similar, but you add a piece of fiber paper between layers, and the fiber paper burns out during the kiln firing, and you're left with what looks like a hole. And then these puzzle pendants and these little donut pendants, after they go through the first firing, I take the blank glass to the, I have a diamond bandsaw, and I cut out a puzzle shape, but because it's a diamond bandsaw, it scratches up the edges of the glass, and you have to stick it back in the kiln for a second firing. So I'm thinking, you know, you can make me an offer, what you think is fair, but I'm thinking for these plain pendants, maybe in the $10 to $15 range. These fused glass beads, maybe in the $15 to $18 range. And the puzzle pendants, maybe in the $20 to $25 range. I do have some of these pieces listed on my Poshmark store. And the puzzle pendants I have listed for between $25 and $40. But I think with YouTube, if I can sell directly off YouTube, Then I don't have to take multiple pictures of these individual pieces. I don't have to upload to eBay or Poshmark. I don't have to include descriptions. I don't have to share selling fees with Poshmark or eBay or Etsy. So I'm willing to cut you a deal. And like I said, maybe 12, 15, 20 for the different ones. But when you email me, make me an offer. If you're interested in two or more items, I can cut you a break, combine shipping, maybe go a little lower on the price. Anyhow, this first piece, and first to show you, except for the beads, these all have different pendant findings on the back. I use E6000 glue. It's very strong. Like I said, most of these are 10 years old, and they're fine. I used to sell these pieces. Here's one that I was wearing today. I used to sell them with these ribbon pendants, these 3-strand ribbon pendants. And I have varying colors of ribbon pendants. I'm thinking this isn't really in style anymore. So, there's my cat. Yesterday, I went through this batch of 20 fused glass pendants and took the ribbon pendants off. And I have these little silver tone chains that you can wear them with. I do have some of the ribbon pendants left. See, I don't have all the colors. So if you want, or I'll probably just pick a coordinating ribbon pendant to include in your order, but they all come on this silver tone chain. I am running out of the colors. I don't have any more purple. I think I only have one pink, only one black. But, see, the bail is pretty big, so you can take the silver chain off and add your own chain or the ribbon pendant. And my cat keeps trying to climb up on my desk. So this is the first pendant. I'm calling this fused glass pendant number 1. It's black on the bottom, then a layer of gunmetal, and then this spiral is iridescent dichroic glass with some millefiores. And let's see. So that's what that one looks like. Now my cat's on the back of my chair. And these chains are all the same length. Going to be about a 16 to 18 inches. So that's pendant 1. I can hopefully go through some of these really quickly. And my cat is obsessed with coming up on my desk today. Dichroic glass is really interesting. It's a little more expensive than plain glass. Let me get my cat out of the way. Apologies. My shadow kitty. Okay. So dichroic glass, depending on the way the light's hitting it, it can exhibit different colors. This one has black glass on the bottom layer and then dichroic turquoise pattern in the middle, and it's capped with clear glass on the silver chain. Then the next one, again, these are what this first batch. I'm considering my more basic pendants, make me an offer in the $10, $12, $15 range. So this has iridescent ribbed glass on the back. You see that? It's kind of peacock color, rainbow color. It's got a bigger pendant bail. Then the middle layer is another piece of the iridescent glass, 3 red dots, and then a piece of dichroic glass as an accent. I used to have a glass studio when I lived in a big house. Now I live in a tiny 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom apartment, so I am not able to make any new pieces at the moment. All this stuff is stored at my friend's house, about half an hour, 40 minutes from here. It's in his garage, and he's an ex-roommate, and I at one point had a glass studio set up at his house, but it was outdoors and all my stuff started rusting because I'm in South Florida. It's very humid and all my tools started rusting. I had diamond bandsaw, glass grinder, Dremel moto tool, loads of glass. So my kilns are still out there. A lot of my glass is still out there. If I ever get to a point where I think I'm going to do this again, I would probably have to buy new tools, but that's okay. So this is a really pretty piece. It is the iridescent ribbed greeny rainbow on the back, the pendant bail, and on the top it's this multicolor, mostly purple dichroic glass, but you can see, depending on how the light hits it, it looks like different colors. And this is something that's hard to portray in photographs for listings online. That's why I'm thinking doing a video might be a little bit better. And I'm trying to figure out my lighting arrangement. Yesterday I only had this one light on the left, and I realized playing the video back, it's a little dark. So I have this task light that a friend of mine gave me. It's got 3 settings. That's the highest setting. And I put that on the right, and I think the lighting's a lot better. So this piece is kind of coppery tones. It's got a copper color bail. This one we're up to number 5. It's plain black on the back. Then I've got a layer of multicolor dichroic glass topped with matte iridescent clear glass, and these 3 kind of purpley bluish drops. And you see how it all looks different depending on how the light hits it. So this is number 5, and here comes my cat again. Now we're up to number 6. Here's Fuse Glass Pendant number 6. Again, this is in the make me an offer in the $10 to $15 range. Matte black on the back, a gunmetal colored pendant bail. It's kind of purpley and green dichroic glass topped with matte iridescent clear glass and 3 transparent navy drops. Then number 7, this is a fun one. It has a dragonfly on it, and I used to have quite a few of these dragonfly ones, but I think I sold the other ones. This has a silver tone pendant. It's light gray on the bottom layer, then the same light gray in the middle layer, then topped with this purpley dichroic dragonfly and a little lavender dot. Really nice. And again, these chains are all the same length. I think they make the pendants like 16 to 18 inches long. Like I said, I will try to include one of those 3-strand ribbon pendants with your purchase. So if you want to change it out from the silver tone, you can switch it. Or if you have your own chain, you can switch it out to whatever color or type of chain you want. See how most of them have these large pendant bails, so you can just remove this chain and add something else. And now we're on 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. What happened to 14? There's 14. Good. All right. So here's pendant number 9. Kind of a medium blue. It's got medium blue on the back with a silver tone bail. medium blue in the middle, topped with clear glass. And then I've got, for the accents, I've got a strip of greeny blue dichroic and then 3 dots of glass. I think that's clear peridot and kind of a corally color. And I might have gotten, let's see, that one was 9, so this one was 8. I got this one out of order. So if you do email me, if you're interested in any of these, also include the description of the item. Like I said, I've got these all put into baggies, but in the off chance I got these out of order. Yeah. So this has a silver pendant bail. It's matte iridescent silver on the bottom layer. This confetti glass is the middle layer, which are shards of this pink and green with the black stringers, and then I've topped it off with clear glass. And like I said, dichroic glass, depending on how the light hits it, you know, it changes color, which is, I guess, why I'm fascinated with it. And the next piece, okay, so that was the last of what I'm calling the basic fused glass pendants, items 1 through 9. Like I said, make me an offer in the $10 to $15 range for each piece, or if you want to lot it up, I will include shipping and cut you a really good deal if you buy 2, 3, or more pieces. Or make me an offer and buy them all. Start your own store. I used to do the outdoor craft shows in South Florida and a few in North Carolina, like in the Asheville area. That's a lot of work. You got to pack up all your stuff. You've got to get to the site really early, set up your tent, your tables, your display pieces, all your items. And yeah, I had a few horror stories. One of my shows, my daughter is now, in her late 20s. When I was pregnant with my daughter, there was this show. It was a really bad rainstorm, and the wind was so bad, it blew my tent off the ground and into another artisan's display. Luckily, I think it just hit the tent. It didn't damage anything, but I felt so bad. And, I was married at the time. My ex-husband was not at the show with me. That's a tale for another day. So I kind of got out of doing the shows. I used to sell items in some of the bead shops on consignment when I used to teach classes, and then I would sell my pieces. And at one point, when my daughter was just like a year or 2 old, I actually had a bead store. It was a lot of work when you have small children and, school's in, school's not in, and you have to pay for daycare before and after school hours and for vacations and what happens if they get sick. So I only had the store for a few years. I'm getting up there in age. I'll be 60 this year. I'm thinking about, well, maybe, am I ever going to really retire? Probably not. Maybe it'd be nice to have a shop at some point again, or rent space in a craft mall, or do the flea markets, or partner with somebody and we can have like a artisan craft guild type of thing. I'm not really sure how that would look, but just some things I'm thinking about. So this piece has, it looks like gray, yeah, transparent gray on the bottom. Usually I use a solid color, but you can see the chain all the way through. Then the middle layer looks like it's black. And then I've got this patterned dichroic glass, which is shades of coppery, orangey, and a little flash of aqua, depending on how the light's hitting it. But see, this piece, why I'm calling them beads, is in between the layers, you put a piece of ceramic fire paper, and it burns out in the firing, and you're left with this hole. So it's really easy to change out the chains, or if you want to put one of those ribbon pendants on there. And what did I say? These would probably be more in the $15 to $18 range a piece. But again, make me an offer. I'm open to reasonable offers as long as you're not lowballing me saying, hey, I'll pay $1. Oh, and shipping. Right now I'm only shipping in the US. That might change in the future. Like I said, I'm just starting this back up again. Years ago, I had a Etsy store and an eBay store. My eBay store, I was selling vintage collectibles like plates and dishes. That got to be a lot of work because it's very breakable. It kind of is heavy. It takes up a lot of space. And then my Etsy store, I guess I was selling beads, like craft supplies. So I haven't started my Etsy store up again. I'm thinking of doing digital printables, like the organizers, and I do a lot of cooking blogs and ebooks, that type of thing. But for my eBay store this time around, I'm starting to list some of my contemporary to vintage costume jewelry and a few fine jewelry pieces. I'll probably lot up some of the costume jewelry because I'm just starting to win so many auctions. And right now, my fuse glass is only listed on Poshmark, but I might start listing it on eBay. So this piece, this turquoise bead, fuse glass bead, is turquoise on the bottom layer, turquoise in the middle, topped off with this honeycomb pattern dichroic glass that it really color shifts from kind of pink to silver. It's really kind of neat. Let me see. I should put these on the little neck display. So that one. Now we're up to number 12, another fused glass bead. The bottom layer, whoopsie, come back. The bottom layer is kind of this mottled aventurine green. That's kind of cool. Middle layer is the same mottled aventurine green. You can see on the side it kind of shifts from white opal to pale green to dark emerald green. And then the top layer is silver dichroic glass, which doesn't color shift as much as the others, but it's still very interesting. Kind of has a little bit of aqua shift in it almost. Looks really neat on this silver chain, but if you decide you would like this one, I will see I'll include either a green ribbon pendant or maybe a white ribbon pendant. I have to go through my inventory again. Like I said, this is all I have left. I used to have gobs and gobs and gobs of these 3-strand ribbon pendants. See, there's an emerald green. I was thinking that's too bright. Would the white look nicer with that? All right, kind of, yeah, that might look nice. So I have 3 more of the fused glass beads. This is item 13. Ooh, that chain. You feel sleepy. No, you want to buy more now. Ooh. So the bottom of this fused glass bead is, ooh, I was going to say it's black, but no, it's iridescent. That iridescent greeny purpley color. Peacock iridescent. The middle layer, I did stripes of glass. I did navy, gray, medium blue, and yellow. Then I topped it with clear, and then I did a little dichroic decal. See the star? And that really is shifting from purple to aqua. And here's what this one looks like on the pendant. It's fun. This is item 14. That's GP is just like fused glass pendant. I had a similar one. See, this one has the honeycomb, and this one's more dots, but it's the same kind of color. It's the turquoise on the back. Here's your whole turquoise in the middle, and then topped with this kind of pinky, purpley, multicolor dichroic dots. And these would make nice gifts too. These are all one of a kind, handmade by myself, one of a kind. This is the closest I would get to doing production runs. See, they're both turquoise and they both have this pinky dichroic glass, but one's dots and one's honeycomb. I very rarely ever repeated myself. I never did production work. So that's another thing that makes these items unique. They're handmade. You won't see anybody else wearing anything like this. Again, this is the closest as I got to production work. See, they're both the same, but this one on the right, this is pendant number 15. Instead of the star, it has like a little oak leaf. So the same thing, it's this kind of peacock iridescent on the bottom layer. Then the middle layer is navy, gray, medium blue, yellow, topped with clear glass. And then this little dichroic glass decal in a leaf shape. So that was the last of the fused glass beads. Now these are the pieces that are going to cost a little bit more because after I fuse them in the kiln for the first time, I take them to my diamond bandsaw or my Dremel moto tool with a diamond little drill bit, and I'm cutting shapes into them. And because it's diamond, well, diamond and glass equals scratches. So you have to stick these back in the kiln for a second firing. So it makes these a lot more time consuming. These fused glass kind of puzzly pendants. Again, you can make me an offer, but I'm looking for more in the $18 to $25 range, but I'll cut you a deal. Again, if you want to buy multiple pieces, I'll combine shipping and really cut you a good deal. And again, if you wanted to buy all 20 pieces and start your own store or gift all your friends, make me an offer. I will consider all reasonable offers. This piece is gorgeous. So on the back, it's that kind of rib textured peacock glass. It's purple, kind of chartreuse blue. It's got the silver tone pendant. It's got a little bit of wear here. It's just, again, I made these pieces like 10 plus years ago. So it's new old stock, but they do have some age to them. And so this piece, I'll have to put on the necklace form in a minute. But see, this dichroic is gorgeous. It's shifting from like chartreuse to purple to lavender to aqua to gold. It just really depends on how the light is hitting it. And let me put this on the necklace display because it does hang in an angle. I just thought it was kind of something different. I'm still trying to figure out my lighting here. Beautiful piece. Like I said, one of a kind. And you might want to ask, well, how do you cut a piece of glass into a puzzle pendant? I found some copyright-free just puzzle templates, just like a blank puzzle template, and print them out at the size I was interested in, and then transferred it to the glass using a waterproof marker, and then you would take it to the diamond bandsaw and cut it out. It's a bit time consuming. It's glass, you have a diamond bandsaw is water fed. If you were to just cut the glass without the water, it would overheat and would probably get heat stressed and crack. So anytime you're cutting glass, I think when you cut tiles too, you have to use like a water fed system to keep the item cooled. And then, so that was item 16. This one is 17, another puzzle pendant. And I think is the puzzle piece a symbol for autism awareness. So if you know anyone affected by autism in your family, friend or family, coworker, these could make really nice gifts or mementos. I just thought the puzzle piece was cool, and after I made them, a bunch of them, a friend of mine said, "Oh, you're doing that for autism awareness," and that was not my original thought, but they would make nice gifts if that's something you're looking into. This one has a silver tone bail. It's the iridescent, kind of dark aventurine green glass on the bottom. Then it's a layer of this multi-tone dichroic topped with matte iridescent glass. And it's really awesome. This is 3 layers of glass. You can stare at them all day. I'll show you what this one looks like on the necklace form. Oops. The back is just as pretty with that peacock iridescent. So here's what it looks like. And again, I'll include a ribbon pendant with this if you were interested. You can change it out. See how it's got this really large bail. You can just change out the chain to whatever you like. We're almost done. 3 pieces to go. So that was 17. This is item 18. Another fused glass puzzle pendant. This one has a gunmetal gray bottom layer and a gunmetal gray pendant loop on the silver chain. The middle layer is the multicolor iridescent topped with clear glass. And again, depending on the light, this is just gorgeous. It's, peach and pink and aqua and turquoise and chartreuse and just every color in the rainbow, really. It all depends on how the light is hitting it. So it's hard when you're listing these items online using pictures to say this is a green fused glass pendant. Well, it's green and it's gold and it's aqua, and it's really hard to convey that in photographs sometimes. So I think I'm gonna do all my pendants on YouTube and videos so you can get a better idea of what they look like. I don't know, let me know in the comments. This is only the second video I've done on YouTube, so if this is horrible, let me know. Or if I'm missing anything obvious, let me know. Is there anything you would suggest I do differently, or just your own experiences doing videos? The jewelry is really difficult. It's very shiny, and how do you best light it? Yeah. So this puzzle pendant has that ribbed iridescent peacock glass on the bottom. This is more of a copper pendant bail on the gold chain. Middle layer is dichroic, the top layer is clear. And look at this beauty. It's going like gold, copper, but then you've got this little streak of kind of purpley, turquoisey blue. It's just fascinating. And I'll include the ribbon pendant with this one too if you like to switch it out from the silver to the 3-strand ribbon pendant. And the chains are, I think, like the 16 to 18 inch range. Whee! So that was number 19, meaning we only have one more to go. Thank you for bearing with me. I'm not sure if I mentioned at the beginning, at the first comment pinned to the bottom of this video has all my contact information. It has my links to eBay, Poshmark, Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and my blog. I'm just getting back into this, so I haven't posted to some of my sites in a while. But I'm going to get better at doing that. So this is item 20. Instead of being a puzzle pendant, this one took just as long as a puzzle pendant. I used, I guess, a diamond core drill attached to my Dremel moto tool to cut out this kind of donut. And then you're left with a donut that you can do something else with. Then you have to stick it back in the kiln to fuse it. And it's got this large aluminum purple lavender jump ring, and then the same silver chain. It's black on the first layer, and then it's this ribbed purpley navy bluey dichroic glass topped with matte iridescent clear glass, and it really just shifts to all different colors depending on how the light's hitting it. And oops, well, come on. Now I've got my jump ring going all the way down. There we go. So that's what this one looks like. And again, I flashed this at the beginning of my video. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel so I can continue to make great videos for y'all to enjoy. That is my website and blog, thecreativecottage.net. I haven't posted to it in a while. It was just kind of a catch-all for all different topics: food and drink, arts and crafts, health and wellness, home and garden. I'm going to try to get more into the arts and crafts stuff and start doing, there are old blogs in the arts and crafts category, but I'd like to start doing some blogs on some of this YouTube stuff, like some of the costume jewelry stuff. The YouTube video shows unboxing of a jewelry lot I won in an online auction, but then I could start doing blogs on the, like for the sign pieces, on the individual designers, or what's the difference between contemporary and vintage costume jewelry, and how does that differ from fine jewelry, and what's signed versus unsigned pieces, and that kind of thing. So if there's anything in this video you were interested in, like I said, depending on the piece, I'm looking for a wide range, like in the $12 to $25 range. Make me an offer. You can reach out to me, sales@thecreativecottage.net, with the item number and a brief description of the piece you're interested in. And once we agree on a price, I'll add shipping, starting at $5 in the US, and I will send you a PayPal invoice. And once I receive payment, I will ship that off to you. So thank you so much for watching today. I hope you enjoyed this. Like I said before, leave a comment. Try to be nice. This is on my second video. I am learning. I know, you might look at this and say, wow, that girl doesn't know what she's doing. But I guess all comments, good, bad, or ugly, are fine. At least, I know you're watching. So here's what they look like again. It's just really, really pretty. Like I said, they're all handmade by myself, Lynn Smythe at the Creative Cottage, and they're all one of a kind. So you will never see anybody walking down the street with the same exact piece. I hope to hear from you soon, and I'll be bringing you many more great videos in the future. Have a great day. Bye.